Yo, what is up, man? It's your boy Dev D, and I want to give my opinion about the Dame Dash interview on the Breakfast Club. But just off the rip, look how petty the Breakfast Club is. Well, they petty as hell. Why they use this as a thumbnail? That is crazy right there. But the Breakfast Club, yo,
Cam show.
this was a very interesting conversation. And here's my point. Here's my thoughts of it. And I watched the whole thing. Listen, I didn't fast forward nothing. This was a entertaining 1 hour and 20 minutes right here. And I advise everybody to watch this. Now, I see a lot of people saying different things, saying that Dame Dash, he was in the wrong. He don't know what he's talking about. I hear a little bit of everybody's side. Well, this is my thing. All right. Dame Dash definitely came with a purpose. You can tell he was trying to be extremely controlling of the situation. He was trying to tell people how to conduct the interview. He tried to dictate every single little thing, right? He was being very, very controlling, like very narcissistic. All right. These are my trigger points. You can't tell me nothing, but I can tell you everything. Right. That's what I was getting from this. You can't tell me nothing, but I can tell you everything. Me personally, I think Dame Dash is a very smart, intelligent person. For especially what he has accomplished. And he has a lot of wisdom. He has a lot of wisdom in business and, entrepreneurship and things like that. But he just comes off just extremely arrogant and just a pompous jackass, kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? I don't disagree with everything that he said, because some of the things that he was saying, made some sense. But it was a lot of double talking. It was a lot of double talking. It was a lot of contradictions, because 1 minute he say, you not a boss unless you put your money up, and then he goes and he says, well, I don't pay for everything all the time. So he kind of contradicts himself. He kind of double talks. He really doesn't answer all the questions. He kind of talks in circles. He's never direct. Well, I'm not going to say that he's never direct, but a lot of the questions that was being asked from Charlamagne, he wasn't being very direct. But you can tell that he came up there for a purpose. He came up there to try to clown, try to make Breakfast Club look bad, by saying, how can y'all come to work for 30 years in the same place? You don't elevate and stuff like that. So he definitely came with the agenda, with a purpose to, try to make them look as bad as possible. But I don't disagree with some of the stuff that he said. Now, some stuff I did disagree. Some of the stuff that I did, coming up there. Now, it's debatable to, it was funny when, Dame Dash had about 30-minute segment of calling Charlamagne gay and stuff like that. I don't know the man's sexuality. I don't think he is, but does he do some suspect stuff? I think that's debatable. You know what I mean? I think everybody can say, whoa, Charlamagne, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? He definitely has some debatable moments where it's like, I don't think he gay, but you can probably like, whoa, what the hell? And plus, I don't understand the direction of that, to say that, like, to keep harping that a man is gay. I don't know. It just seems like that's kind of being disrespectful to that community. You know what I mean? I see that a lot happening. If there's a disagreement between men, not only between men and men, but men and women, every single time they want to go, oh, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. All right, so what does that mean? You know what I mean? When you call somebody gay. Normally when they say that, they're trying to degrade or devalue or trying to say that you're less of a person. But I thought this was a very crazy exchange. You know, Charlamagne was definitely getting his jokes out. Charlamagne was definitely getting his jokes out. They were both, it was just like clash of the egos, right? Dame Dash would say something and then Charlamagne would say something. They both did not want to be, they were trying to one up each other, right? Anytime Dame would have a joke, well, you broke. Anytime, you know, Charlamagne would say, hey, you broke, he would say, hey, you gay. You know, so it was definitely a clash of the titans right here. And there was a point during the interview where Dame Dash, I don't know where it is, but Dame Dash was like, if we was in the streets, I'll punch you right now. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm not in debt. Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm not in debt at all now. Your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed.
I ain't gonna lie. Dame had some funny comments, had some funny roasts, and Charlamagne had some funny moments too. Let's just skim through some of this.
Romantic that you keep cutting people off and you're interviewing them. Okay.
Yeah. Now he was being extremely controlling when he came to the interview and said, "Okay, don't cut me off," but he was cutting people off. He was being extremely controlling and possessive of asking people to do something that he was doing himself. That's why I say he was talking in circles, he was contradicting himself, he was being a hypocrite. Because while he was trying to say, all right, we're going to take turns talking, they were both interrupting each other. As far as interruption, they were both interrupting each other. But Dame Dash is the one that came to the table and said, let's not interrupt. But then he started interrupting, and Charlamagne was interrupting too.
Okay. You're really trying to tell me how to answer? And you expect me not to trigger me? Are you trying to trigger me?
No, I just want you to answer.
Okay. So then let me. How can I answer? You can cut me off.
Yeah. This is listen. They were just trying to outman each other. Right? Dame Dash came in here trying to like Debo everybody. Like, I'm a real man, y'all not real men. So I'm gonna son you. Right? Dame Dash was trying to son everybody. Basically, this whole interview, he was just trying to son everybody.
I told you he doesn't have the rights. No one has the rights. What are you going to buy the rights for? I wasn't planning on making paid in full about those people again.
Charlamagne calls my son and says, yo, Logan.
I just said, okay, mine too. So you know the rules.
Right.
My favorite movie of all time is, I like the way The Godfather moves. So,
question, could you come here?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So my question is,
cut him off too.
Now, it's one interesting thing because Dame Dash said that he was the CEO or the chairman of Revolt TV. So that's going to be interesting to see if he really is. But I just saw the Breakfast Club made another video and said that Revolt TV said that he's not the chairman. So might be a lot of capping in this interview just to convince the public of he want to be seen in a certain light. So it's gonna be interesting to see how everything plays out, especially what Dame Dash was alluding to, saying that he's the chairman of Revolt, but it seems like he's not. But I don't know.
Who could he have bought it from? Did you hear an announcement? To have $30 million means you made a bum letter. As soon as it's a lawyer, it shuts down. But it will be in something. This gets played tomorrow, so the announcement will be in the trades tomorrow.
Yo,
Right.
But somebody would say, well,
now you're going to be the Mr. Research, but you asking me why 50 Cent, but you guys got fooled. Wait, let me finish. Real quick. I'm announcing it the day before it's announced. Remember that. So I wasn't going to announce it and say it here. I wouldn't have to, you know what I mean? So I did it and I timed it where it would come out when this comes out. So tomorrow there'll be an announcement. Also, I'm putting, because I've already made them own money when they acquire something. Do you think that? You think every billionaire you know, so if they have a loan for $100 million alone, and I have no debt, who got more money?
What? I didn't say I was a kingpin.
You weren't a king nothing. You was a pigpen. Let me ask you a question.
It's not an honorable profession.
I'm not saying. I'm saying the reason why you don't understand something. The minute I give you a loan, you owe me.
This guy, man. I'm gonna give you the same respect you give in the room, but go ahead.
Continue on, Dave. Thank you. You guys don't know about business, so don't talk so confidently about it because people might believe.
I'm asking.
You cut me off again.
We're asking you.
Oh my God!
You're not answering.
Jessica, they cut me.
Extremely emotional, and Dame Dash was extremely emotional. Now, if we talk about all this man stuff, he should have. Now, OG was calm, cool, and collective, right? He wasn't all emotional like Dame Dash. Right when Dame Dash didn't get his way, oh my God, very, very emotional, very emotional. So, Dame was trying to sun everybody, but he was really making himself look kind of bad. But like I said, I don't disagree with every single thing Dame was doing, but Dame definitely came for a purpose, trying to sun and belittle everybody and try to dictate and control the situation.
Can you talk to me some stuff?
Yo, y'all gotta chill in here because
What did we say wrong?
You said 50 got the rights. If you don't know, listen to the teacher. I'm teaching you right now because this is a business you don't know. You've been in this room for 30 years straight. So you're missing a lot of life.
Not really.
Well, then stop speaking.
You're just wrong.
But you're just wrong. On a respect level, you're wrong.
Teach.
Oh my God. Look at him. Emotional. Look, OG just over there chilling. But Dame Dash is a very emotional man. He don't know how to control his emotions. He a diva. So if he don't get his way, he gonna run out the room just like a female. And he over here talking about all these man traits. Well, this is what a woman does. When a woman don't get her way, she gets up and threatens to leave. All right, women do this. They get up and threaten to leave just so you can beg them to come back. So this was definitely a female trait. And guess what? He ain't leave. He came right back. I'm gonna leave you. I'm about to leave you. And they get closer and closer to the door, but then they turn right back around and sit back on the couch, just like Dame Dash is about to do.
I don't think you really got a lesson plan.
Teach. Every time you interrupt me, because you're so rich, you give me $20. Okay,
No.
you do that? Anybody to keep suing me, because
what happens if all of the debt isn't?
for 10 years. So that's the reason why.
Sure, but he still was known as a terrible businessman, actually a con man.
Do you know how confidently dumb you sound? You're saying it's bad that he went bankrupt. Now? Do you live in front of water?
In my house?
Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about, and you.
This whole episode is nanny boo boo. I can do it better than you. Like, Dame really wasn't trying to educate. He really wasn't trying to teach. He was just trying to preach and trying to sun everybody.
Saying it confidently, and you're in an algorithm where people actually believe you out of response. And why you think they keep you here? They want y'all to make us tell you. Why you ask me? You know, out of respect. But because we have different trauma. Like, we're different. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that would, like, I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah.
I'd rather get my ass whipped. Let me ask you a question, Dan. You ever ran from a fight? What would happen if y'all heard that I ran from a fight? That's a masculine way of doing things. Now, you don't see it that way. You like to play like games. Like, I'm not quite, because when you say kids, I was like, and it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why.
Let
me tell you why. You're gay.
This is hilarious.
So what I'm saying is, you might, because you started in gossip, which is, you know, is very feminine, and you are acting like, you know, there's some degree of like, you want people to listen to you. Really look through my eyes, because you do things different.
You that much?
No, do I look bothered?
Yeah.
I'm bothered
Actually,
what I'm bothered about, interrupting me, the way you keep saying things that aren't. Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his. So I think you're gay. I'm sorry. So okay, I think that. I think that.
I do have a question.
I think that. And no disrespect to gay. I just think
you're broke.
like I saw a TV show on my own television network, Revolt. That's power with no debt. And I ain't allowed to talk about their business. But I can tell you this: when we do pay copyright, I get copyrights. They liquidate all your assets. That was you don't. You missed your whole life.
You don't have anything.
Well, my family office got the book deal. Stuff that how many times you talk about other people's genitals? You real masculine men don't do that. You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay. Man, and I don't want white people.
Men can't be gay?
You're representing.
Answer the question. Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are. You're gay. Yo, anyway, now let me talk to you. What would you rather do? Have a repo or a Rico? I've seen you run.
Yes.
I've seen you. I'm not saying I will. I'm saying no. Then you say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. I won't, and you won't do shit.
Dame, this is what you said, Patty. So just
I've seen you run. I've seen you. I'm not saying I will. I'm saying no. Then your version of respectful is different than mine. We were on the street right now, and you were talking like that. I would have fucked you up. But I'm not going to do that. Nah, I wouldn't have got beat up. No, I wouldn't have got beat up. Let's end this. So let me say one more thing.
Come on, CC, there he go, getting up and leaving again. Always threatening to get up and leave again. It's like Dame tried to come here and try to over masculate and over man and try to over just try to be hyper manly. But really he was being feminine, because how many times he threatened to get up and leave? Like that's what a women do. They always trying to threaten to leave just for you to beg them back. No, baby, please don't leave. Baby, please don't. Okay, baby, I'm sorry, right? But all this getting up and leaving stuff, that was That was corny. But I could keep talking about this, but I think 15 minutes is enough. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely go check out the full interview. Definitely entertaining. Like I said, I don't disagree with. I disagree, and I can agree to some of the stuff that Dame was saying. You know, especially when you make a certain type of money, you don't put nothing in your name. In your name, you know. You don't put nothing in your name just in case you get sued and all that stuff. So I can understand where he's coming from with the bankruptcy, because, you know, people want to clown him for that. But Donald Trump does it all the time, you know. So when you're making that type of money, you know, it's a different ball game, you know, because people always want to try to come and take your money. I think he was saying that he got sued so many times. Now that he filed bankruptcy, people can't sue him no more. So but I think this was definitely entertaining, boy. Listen, if y'all got an hour and a half to waste, or if you're driving, if you're on break, definitely check it out. This was a funny interview. This was just, I'm gonna clown you the most, right? I know this is gonna be on the internet. I know millions of people gonna watch this. I'm gonna joke on you, and I'm gonna try to make you look bad. Like, this is what this interview was about between Dame Dash and Charlamagne. Who can make who look bad? Who can make the other person look worse, right? That's what I got from this interview. But y'all leave a comment down below, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about Dame Dash and his comments, and let me know how you feel about Charlamagne and his comments. And yeah, that's about it, man. It's your boy DMD signing out.